Good morning. Welcome to our daily devotion. It is Saturday. It is August 28th. I was sitting here thinking how many video messages I've done just in the past, since the pandemic started, even just how many thousands of messages that I've given on online on both Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. In my prayer time this morning, I was saying to God, I want to go out like Paul did, where he fought the good fight all the way to the end. And I was asking God, I hope he still has, that I still have value to him, that he can still use me. That's my prayer. So I hope he uses me even today now. We're looking at Bible words. So the word we're going to look at today is beginning. Beginning. Good morning, Dandy. Beginning is the point in time when something starts. You all know when you begin, it's your birth date. Now, granted, you were still in your mother's womb for 9 months prior to that, but when you actually came into Earth on where we could see you was on your birthday. But when did everything else begin? I'm going to give you a little lesson here this morning. This always boggles my mind, so I decided to talk about it. In John 1, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. But when was that? When was the beginning? It was with him, but when was the beginning? It says, through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. So in the beginning, God created everything. They estimate the universe, okay? They estimate the universe to be around 14 billion years old. Earth is around 4.5 billion years old, estimated. That's like 1/3 the time. So it means the vast universe was created like almost 10 billion years before Earth was created. What did God do with that universe before Earth was created? And then humans weren't created about 200,000 years ago. So that means that the universe, that the Earth was over 4 billion years old before God even put man on it. What did God do with the Earth before he put us on it? Here's the key to it all, okay? In 2 Peter 3:8, it says this. It said, but do not forget this one thing, dear friends. With the Lord, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are like a day. God is not limited. God is not limited to time or space. When Jesus left the earth, he was immediately in God's presence. When you leave the earth, when your body dies, your spirit will immediately be in God's presence. Now, how far is heaven away from earth? I don't know. Is it beyond the universe? Is it beyond our universe, which is zillions and zillions of miles and billions of light years? Just think light travels at 186,300 miles per second. So a light year is how fast light travels in a year, not just imagine how far one light year is. And planet, our universe is billions of light years away. How long would it take man to travel that distance? Yet you're going to be in God's presence immediately because God's not confined to space or time. But what amazes me the most, and I know that our minds will never grasp it, but where'd God come from? Where was the beginning? He had no beginning. No, I know our minds can't grasp that. We can semi-grasp the fact that we're gonna live forever, that there's no end. You can kind of grasp that in eternity. Good morning, Dandy. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Marcy. I mean, think of this. You, Dandy, Beth, Marcy, you're gonna live forever, forever and ever. There's no end, going to be no end. Going to be no end. And it's either going to be with God or without God, but no end. But God, this awesome, incredible God that we believe in, had no beginning. Now, our minds can't grasp that. It's impossible. Impossible. But boy, do we serve an awesome God. All these other people in the world that serve other gods, Allah and Buddha and all the other gods that they serve, they're in the grave. They're serving and worshiping a dead God. They're serving and worshiping a God that had a beginning and had an end. We're worshiping a God that had no beginning and no end. Grasp that. Try to get your head around that. This is going to be a short devotion this morning because I just want you to just dwell on that. How awesome is our God that he has no beginning and no end. And then how awesome is our God that he's given us that incredible gift of having no end. No end. I mean, think of that. John, think of that, John. You have no end. There's going to be no end to your existence. No end. Forever and ever and ever. Try to grasp that. My mom lived to be 102 years old. And everybody was like, wow, your mom lived that long? What's that? What's that? It's like the sun is something like 94 million miles from Earth. We think, wow, that's a long way. That's nothing. That's nothing compared to the stars in our universe. That's nothing to how distant the universe is. So 100 years in this life is nothing. It's nothing compared to eternity. Grasp that. Grasp that. Your God had no beginning. Your God has no end. You had a beginning, but you have no end. Amen? Dwell on that. Hey, I hope to see you tomorrow morning at Collision. I'm excited about meeting outside. I pray that the weather holds up good. I know it's going to be a little warm tomorrow, but we don't feel it as much in the mornings. By the time it starts to heat up, we're done. So I hope to see you all tomorrow morning at Collision. School's started back up now, so hopefully vacations are over and you're back into a groove again. So we're hoping to see everybody there tomorrow. God bless you all. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And just dwell on that. Okay, keep dwelling on that. You have no end. God had no beginning. Amen.